Me and my friends killed the Ender Dragon, so now to continue freeing this corrupted world, I must conquer the Twilight. So I set off alone this time. First on my adventure, I needed to reach the Naga's Dome, the place where he was found and where I would be able to find and kill him. So I tried to go through the snow biome. Get out of here, get out of here, get out of here. Get out of here. Oh god, get me out of the snow. I'm about to die. Yo. Oh my. I'm out. I'm not even in the snow anymore. What? Why am I getting jumped? Why am I getting... Oh my god. That clearly wasn't gonna work, so I went home, made a plane, and decided to fly to my destination. This was the much safer option with absolutely no risk of injury. So I ran 1,200 meters back, died, ran another 1,200 meters, died again, but I set my spawn, so I made it to my stuff and murdered the vampires that decided to spawn if you exist in the Twilight Forest for 2 seconds. I flew across the landscape until I descended across the battlefield which I would soon be fighting in. The Naga's Dome. This is a dome which as soon as I enter, it will spawn this. If I had fought them at the beginning of this series or movie whenever I was much weaker, he probably would have killed me in one bite. But now that I'm stronger, I have a chance. So I was in and began unloading bullets into the Naga. He began to dodge me around the bush until I was able to get behind him and started jabbing into the unforgiving lengthiness of his health bar. What the? Okay. I can't land a hit on him. When he stopped running, I was able to stab him repeatedly until he decided it was time to stop. When I continued to beat him here, smoke came off of his body, showing that he was starting to let up. After getting hit by that truck, I decided that hitting him physically with a sword wasn't gonna cut it. Man, I'm letting him up. I don't care. Come here. Yeah? Yeah there, bud? One more shot. I got one more shot. I missed! So now I finished what I would call the warm-up boss compared to what I would fight next, because trust me, this fight with the Lich would be my ultimate test so far. It would definitely not be an easy fight, but I was willing to take on this challenge. So the Naga's head turned into a smoke grenade and I claimed my 11 Naga skills that I would never use because Netherite's better. I set my marker at the Lich Tower, hopped in my plane, and began a journey to a battle. A battle that I would never forget. I smoothly landed the plane on the roof and mined into what could be my tomb. The battle had begun. Huh? Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. What? Yeah. I got fried. So I took my bed and made a 1,000 meter run because this wasn't gonna be where I gave up. I set a bed and tried to mine in. Hell no. I'm just gonna... Sorry, I just noticed this while editing. Why is Herobrine there? To hit everything away and run. What the... Is there anywhere to go from here? Is this a trap? Yeah, that wasn't gonna work. I climbed the tower again, but it was in vain. I'm gonna beat you. After chopping a giant tree, I built my way up and made it all the way to the hole that I dug through originally. And we're back. Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Huh? Huh? Out of here. 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 Yeah. I have no idea what that was. I made it back again and retrieved my things. But the Lich was nowhere to be found, so I used this time to make a staircase that would help if I ended up outside again. And that's when he returned. Oh, here you are. Like a light. Where you at? Wrong one. Which one is it? Which one is it? I ran downstairs back into the tower. Now, the real battle would begin. Yes, it's coming back in here. I can't hit it. I can't hit it. But for some reason, he just wasn't taking damage, and soon enough, I was surrounded by flames. But the battle had just begun. Out of here. There's so much. Oh my god, there's so... Oh my god! After I made it back up, I tried to work on the Lich, but he just wouldn't take any hits from me. I'm burning down this tower after I murder you and everybody here. I fell again and started to get pushed back into a stray room, which I used as a safe haven to regain my health. Afterwards, I broke out of my segment of the building and back into the liches. I slowly made my way down, but I was getting pushed back by all the mobs in the tower. I can't go down there again. There's so much. I need a... What the... Yeah, I told you. Just you? I can't hit it. I can't hit it. After making my way downstairs and realizing that this lich that I was facing was a clone, I went back upstairs. Just a lich. This wouldn't even be a bad battle. A death unexpected, but I wouldn't let myself die again. Not until he was dead. I can't take it off. Half of the mobs on this entire server are from progressive difficulty. I began working on the Lich again, but he wouldn't let these shields down. The battle was now being fought rooftop to rooftop. I looked upon the roof that was now set ablaze. We had caused so much damage with our fight, and now the Lich wanted to take it further, so I accepted. Using a water bucket, I made my way down and used my Vault spellbook to get on even ground with the Lich. I searched among the darkness of this forest for which one was the correct Lich and which one was his clone, but I hadn't realized that my slow falling wore off. I made it back up and tried to shoot at it because if I went in that forest, I would be doomed. Yeah, they're annoying though. They spawn thingies. Oh my god. What's poisoning me? I was pushed back by skeletons who pushed me into a ravine and wanted to come in and finish the job, but I wouldn't let them. Next, I pushed my way into the dark forest to try and finish off the Lich. Teleported away. I was constantly hitting the clones, but the real one wouldn't leave, so I decided to use my flamethrower to burn down the forest. Oh, it does. But these mobs and the Lich were too much. I did not touch you. I was getting overwhelmed. I fell back and took down each enemy, one at a time. But this one just wouldn't leave the forest even if it was now on fire. I tried to hit its orb back at it until I realized it was a clone the whole time. So I went to the real one and the last stretch of his shields began. I avoided the explosives of the liches and repeatedly hit orb after orb into the main lich until his shield lit up. Yes! Yes! Again! Yeah. Die! Where'd he go? Don't run. Don't run. We got some business to be settled. Where's he? What the? I began to work on the spider, and after he was down, started unloading bullets into the Lich. But he kept getting away, and he wasn't playing around. Get things back at him again. Ooh. That's not good. You guys get off me. I healed, cleared out his minions, and he was now in his final phase. He was raising his arms above his head as if he was going to cast a giant spell, so I reasonably backed up. Fireball, that's what he wants.
Are you in a cave?
How are you? I made it out the cave, and the Lich had nowhere to run. Huh? Yes. Yes! Because of our struggle, there was a path of destruction. But with the lack of a roof, the sunlight pierced the empty tower that was once filled with ruthless mobs, giving hope to the fact that saving this world from these corrupted, powerful mobs was possible. As we gaze upon this now cleared battlefield, we can relax, but only for a moment, because there is another boss for us to face. A big minotaur man that is concealed in a massive labyrinth, housing dangerous creatures of all types. And if I wanted to make it to the Hydra, I would have to make it through this entire labyrinth alive and beat the strongest of the minotaurs at the end, because he dropped something that I will need to access the Hydra's biome. So I set off, and thanks to this magic book, I was actually able to fly there. So no more playing. I flew meter after meter, but using my magic map, I eventually found it. So of course, using that same old magic book, I gently glided my way down, but was immediately greeted with retaliation. 3 minotaurs surrounded me and tried to pick me off before I could make it deeper, but I was much stronger and much better at PvP since my battle with the Lich. I cleared them out and tried to see if I could mine down to the boss, but to no avail. Oh my. I was blown up by a creep. I shot my way down through this cave for an hour, being attacked by elemental beetles, plenty of minotaurs, and other mobs. I rigorously fought my way through, having some close encounters, but after blowing through walls and exploding creatures, I realized I had already walked past the cage to the bottom floor like 10 times. So I dropped down and faced more ruthless mobs, but this time I was quicker in taking them down, which allowed me to get to the boss room easier. I opened up some chests I decided to explode on the way in, and in this room, the last obstacle to defeating the Hydra stood in my way. Alright, just start critting. Let's start crit trading. Let's start crit trading. Oh my god, he hits like a train. I did it. So I drank the soup and now it was time. I was able to finally fight the Hydra.
Stand ready for my arrival, worm.
Oh my. I went back in, trying to dip in and quickly get out to avoid giving him enough time to get in a bite, because with just a few bites, I'd surely be dead. After almost getting hit with the fire, I started jabbing into his health, which was starting to seem endless until it happened. I began working on the other head, taking some fire damage in the process.
We got 2 more heads! Oh my god! Slowly but surely. If I keep hitting him at this pace, in like 24 hours he'll die. Stop it! One of these heads.
But finally, he gave in.
Yes! Yes!
The Twilight was freed.